Hello guys, what is up? This is Galactic Elliot here, and today I'm going to be telling you guys about a little thing that I've been seeing on Twitter actually in the past few days that I found to be really cool. So obviously I've been hatching a ton of eggs as well as many other people in Pokemon Sword and Shield as of lately, just doing some shiny hunting, competitive breeding, and all that kind of cool stuff. But this glitch that I found is probably one of the coolest things that we've ever seen in Pokemon, and it's actually not even that hard to fulfill. The glitch is basically where you can hatch fully evolved Pokemon, and that Pokemon that you hatch will actually end up being level 1 as well. So think of your Dragapults of the world, Hydreigon, Dragonite, Tyranitar, how high of levels they end up being, and then getting one at level 1. Just imagine that thing hatching out of an egg, period. How freaking cool is that? Well, I think I have probably caught your guys' attention at least a little bit. If not, well, I'm going to show you guys how you can do it, and maybe, just maybe, that may catch your attention even more. So first and foremost, you're obviously going to need to know how to breed Pokemon. I have a tutorial video on how you guys can breed Pokemon, as well as doing the Masuda method in general on the channel already. So if you guys want to check that out, I will post in the description down below in case you want to go check that out before you proceed with this video if you do not know how breeding works in the best way possible. If you do know how breeding works, then I'm just going to kind of jump into it, and hopefully you guys can follow suit with what basically I'm doing, and hopefully not have any trouble with it yourselves. So the first thing you're going to want to do is obviously have two Pokemon that can breed together. So in this case, I'm going to test out Dreepy with Ditto. So let's go into the daycare right now, or the Pokemon nursery, whatever you want to call it, and let's put in our two Pokemon that we want to breed. So we're going to put in the Ditto as well as the Dreepy, and yeah, we want to get a Dragapult out of this. That's going to be the goal. So I'm going to hold myself to it, and you guys are going to hold me accountable for it as well, that we are going to go ahead and hatch ourselves a nice little Dragapult, and potentially even show you guys that the middle stage as well works with Dracloak. So now that you have your two Pokemon breeding together, what you're going to want to do is actually bring in another form of the species of the Pokemon that you're breeding with onto your party. So for example, I'm going to be showing you guys Dreepy and trying to get Dragapult. So let's bring a nice little Dreepy onto our party and just put it anywhere. You guys can have a Flame Body Pokemon in your party, or Steam Engine or whatever, as well as the Pokemon that you're wanting to get the evolved version of. So Dreepy is going to be the Pokemon that we're going to have on our party. The next thing you're going to want to make sure you have are XP candies or rare candies whenever it comes down to this process. I definitely recommend rare candies whenever you do this, because there's a little bit of a niche thing that you have to do in order for this to work. So basically the process is you want to have one version of the candy that you're using to level up a Pokemon. So for example, we're going to be using rare candies. Now let's say you do a lot of raids and you have a lot of spare candies. All you have to do is make sure that you only have one version of that candy in your bag. Unfortunately, with the add-on of portable PCs, you don't really have your own version of a PC like you had in previous games, so you can't just store 6 rare candies. So the next best way of doing this, in my opinion, is to literally just go into your party and just literally put the items onto your Pokemon. So you can literally just put a checkout item, and then just put a rare candy on this guy, and then so on and so forth. Just put the rest of the candies onto the other Pokemon until you only have one of the candy left over. Plus, whenever you want to, take the candies, you just got to remember the Pokemon that you put the candies on, and then you just kind of take them back as you go. But yeah, just make sure that you only have one left. Obviously, you want to have more than one, because you want to do this on several Pokemon, I would assume. So just, make sure that you're doing the checkout item part, because if you use them all, then, or if you use pretty much everything except for one, then you'll only be able to do this one time, unless you really want to, stack up raids and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, as you can tell, I just filled up the whole entire row, and now we only have one rare candy left. Another important factor as to why I say use rare candies for this method rather than XP candies is because XP candies are going to be super duper nice to get your Pokemon to be the level that you want. So for example, you can tell that my Dreepy is level 49. That's because I made it level 49 from candies, because candies are so much easier to rack up and pretty much get your Pokemon up to. So since Dreepy evolves to level 50, we're going to want to get a Dreepy to level 49, so that way we use one rare candy to make sure that it evolves to level 50 to Dracloak. Same goes with Dino. If you want to try this out with Dino, get it level 49, it'll evolve at level 50. If you want to try this out with Larvitar, you can get it to level 29, so that way it evolves level 30, etc, etc, etc. The most important part is that you have the Pokemon one level away from evolving and then using the rare candy on it. And if you want to even, try this out with the starters, get a Sable, get a Score Bunny, get a Grookey, get them level 15, just get them level 16 through a rare candy, and then you'll have it pretty much good to go. So once you have the Pokemon that you want to evolve one level away, and you have one version of the candy that you're using in your bag, then you can proceed with the breeding. So now, as always, we can just kind of ride around until the nursery lady has an egg for us. And yeah, like I said before, make sure you guys are using a Flame Body or Steam Engine Pokemon in your party, so that way the eggs will hatch faster once you get them. And hopefully the nursery lady will have something for us, because we need an egg, which she just gave us one. Thank you so much, nursery lady. Once you get an egg, this is really important. Make sure that the egg is under the Pokemon that you are wanting to basically evolve. So let's say you're breeding for Dreepy like I am, have another Dreepy in your party, and make sure the egg is under it. Now here comes the fun part. First and foremost, make sure that once you receive the egg to save the game, because this glitch is called a glitch for a reason. It's kind of game breaking and your game may crash. So in order for you not to lose progress, make sure that you're saving your game. Super duper important. Now that you've saved your game and you're all good to go, go into your bag. And then now that we have one rare candy left, click on the rare candy and then actually go to the Dreepy and click A on the Dreepy. And then once you get to the text that says your Pokemon gain XP, hold down and then click A. And then just keep on holding down up until the screen goes black. And then, what? The egg is evolving? Hello? What is going on? So this is where it gets really fun. So you're going to see that literally the egg starting to evolve, and it evolved into another egg. What? Your egg evolved into Dracloak. So if you see this happen, that means that you did this correctly. And yeah, your egg literally evolved into Dracloak. It's trying to learn Dragon Pulse. That's pretty cool, I guess. We're going to teach Dragon Pulse. Just to kind of see how this all works. And as you can tell, it says the egg is level 1. So you know that you're kind of doing things correctly whenever the egg is still level 1, because that's how they usually hatch into. So that's pretty funky. That is pretty darn funky. So yeah, I mean, if you want to get yourself a middle form of evolution, you're pretty much good to go over here. So if you want this to be the final case, just go ahead and hatch the egg. The Pokemon does not need to be fully evolved for this to work. It just needs to be evolved in general. I mean, it's fun to see even middle forms of Pokemon being hatched in eggs. I mean, I think that's just really the cool part in general, just getting to have that kind of thing in general. And as you can tell, also, one thing to mention is that we evolve the egg. We didn't evolve the Dreepy. The Dreepy is still Dreepy. So you can keep on doing this. You can keep on getting more and more of these eggs to evolve, and then keeping that base form Pokemon to still be the same form. And this can even work up to level 100, because Pokemon don't evolve until you allow them to evolve. And in Sword and Shield, they pretty much brought in a new factor where if your Pokemon's level 100 and use a rare candy, it won't go to level 101, but it will still give you the process of evolution, which is really cool. So you can still evolve Pokemon even if they're level 100 in this game, even if they're evolved through getting XP. But the only way to do that is obviously by using a rare candy or evolution, I should say XP candy in general. But yeah, the crappy part about pseudo Pokemon, if you want to test that with pseudo Pokemon, is that they will take a while to hatch, but once you get the egg to hatch, it will be one of the coolest things that you'll ever see in Pokemon, because the Pokemon will not be Dreepy, the Pokemon will be Dracloak. Okay, we're on the O screen. Let's see what this egg is going to turn into. I'm actually super excited because I've tried this with Dragapult, but I have not seen a metal form before, so I kind of want to see how this works. And there it is. A Dracloak has been hatched, and it'll even say the Dracloak hatched from the egg as well, which is super duper funny. I actually love this Pokemon a lot. It's actually super duper funny, and it's level 1, as you could tell. It's a lower level than the Dreepy. Pretty weird, but yeah, it's level 1, and as you could tell, it'll even have Dragon Pulse on it, because that's what that's what it learned at level 50 whenever it evolves. So you can even have it have Dragon Pulse as the move on the egg, which is super cool. I don't know if this thing can even learn Dragon Pulse level 1. I mean, maybe it can, but I think it's pretty cool nonetheless to have a level 1 Dracloak, period. And like, I don't know, I just love these types of things where you can break the game to the point where you can make these types of things happen. I don't know. I've been playing Pokemon since Generation 1, so I find these things to be super fascinating. But you know what? That's a little boring. I want to get myself an SO Dragapult because that thing evolves level 60. So I really want to try to get a level 1 Dragapult. I think that'd be really, really cool. So let's try to get one together. So I'm going to go ahead and get another egg, get another candy. And I'm going to go ahead and put the Dreepy over the egg. I'm not sure if it works with Dracloak, but I'm just going to say that it's Dreepy with Dreepy. So let's just try it out with Dreepy with Dreepy. So as we did before, I'm just going to go ahead and do the whole entire rare candy thing. And once I click A, I'm going to hold down, as I did before. It's going to gain a level. And as I'm holding down, the egg will evolve yet again. And there it is, egg evolved into Dracloak. Let's go. Okay, so obviously whenever it comes down to fully evolved Pokemon, we're going to have to make sure that we do this correctly. So I'm actually going to go ahead and evolve my Dreepy, my base Dreepy, because I need to evolve it to make the next one into a Dracloak and then evolve the Dracloak into being a Dragapult. So we got to make sure that we do this right. So I'm going to go ahead and this is where the XP candy is going to be useful. We're going to need to obviously get this thing to level 59 as well before we get this process all going too. So I'm going to go ahead and get this thing to evolve once. There is that little beaut. And now we're going to go ahead and get the Dracloak to level 59. So that way it will be able to evolve into a nice little Dragapult next level up. Okay, so as you've done before, just go back into your PC and just take another rare candy off a Pokemon if you obviously have these rare candies, you know, to pretty much go. And at this point, honestly, I would just save my game just to make sure that nothing crashes again. Okay, so we're going to do the same exact process yet again. We're just going to go ahead and go to rare candy. We're going to go ahead and go to the Dracloak that's level 59 now. We're going to click A to make it level 60. And as we get to this screen that says your Pokemon gain XP points, we're going to hold down again. We're going to see the XP go up. We're going to hold down proceedingly and click A again. And then we're going to have the egg evolve yet again. Of course, this is going to be really important. That it has to be a Dracloak already. You're going to have to evolve the egg 2 times for this to work. And now it says that your egg evolved into a Dragapult. And it's going to try to learn Dragon Darts at this point too. Which is going to be really cool to get a level 1 Dragapult with Dragon Darts. Its actual like move. That's like so cool. So we're going to go ahead and teach it that. And now we're going to do the same exact process where we're going to go ahead and hatch the egg. And then see a level 1 Dragapult out of an egg. I think that's just so cool to even say is possible. And here it is, the O screen that you guys are about to see. A nice, beautiful Dragapult come out of it instead of a Dracloak or even a Dreepy. And you know that you did this right whenever you see the egg evolve. And there it is. The beautiful, beautiful thing hatched from the egg. Oh, it's so insane. It's so crazy. Okay, let's check this out. We have a level 1 Dracloak and a level 1 Dragapult. And let's check this little thing out. It's going to be nice and Dragon Pulse and Dragon Darts. And, you know, yeah, you can make this thing competitive if you want to as well. I don't really know if you really want to make a level 1 competitive anyways, because there's really no point of that. But, hey, that's pretty awesome. Now, I know what you guys are probably wondering. What about shiny Pokemon? Will the shininess go from the Pokemon that you're using? Will the shininess be impacted from what the egg gives you? Since, you know, it's kind of weird. You're evolving the Pokemon through the egg. So will the shininess be impacted from the egg or is it from the Pokemon? Rather than explain it to you, let's just find out together. So I'm actually going to go ahead and test this out with a nice little shiny Sable, since I have gotten shiny Sable through doing the Mosquito method. So let's go ahead and talk to the nursery 1 minute again. We already have our Ditto in there, so we're going to go ahead and just take our regular Sable and throw that into the daycare. Since we already know shiny Pokemon breeding with shiny Pokemon or shiny Pokemon breeding with a Ditto do not help the odds with it, period. So it will not help in this case either. So I'm going to go ahead and take in my shiny Sable from the PC real quick, since, you know, we want to test, will the, I guess, level up impact the egg, or will the Sable itself turn into a shiny Inteleon or Drizzle? That's one way to find out. We're gonna go ahead and collect our egg from the nursery worker, and let's see what happens. So we're gonna go ahead and go into the bag. I already went ahead and picked up an SR candy, so we're gonna go ahead and level up the Sable. We're gonna go ahead and hold down and then click A now. and let's see what happens. So obviously the egg, as usual, is going to evolve, and it's going to go ahead and evolve into an egg, also known as drizzle. I guess, you know, there are two different ways of saying egg. And just for simplicity, I'm gonna go ahead and just evolve it again, just because I want to see how this works entirely, and why not try to just get the full effect and evolve into an Inteleon. So I'm gonna try not to evolve it with a XP candy, because and this is why we save our game. But you know, honestly, it did not even matter that I did that, because like I need to evolve this thing anyways, so it doesn't really matter how high the level it is. It just matters if I evolve it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and evolve this thing again, I guess. Honestly, what I did was not even a bad thing. I just, you know, it doesn't have to be level 34 to evolve into level 35. But yeah, oh god, I actually got a little scared. I'm like, wait, I don't want to evolve this thing, but I'm gonna overwrite the save file. It's fine. Honestly, Shiny Drizzle does look really, really cool though. Honestly, I like Drizzle a lot, period. I think it's really cool middle form, but that's just me. But yeah, no, we're gonna go ahead and get this thing to level 34 since it evolves to level 35. I'm gonna give it, that's probably too many. Okay, that's actually perfect. That's actually, wow, I calculated. I literally thought I was gonna go to level 35 over there. So we're gonna go ahead and get another rare candy, so that way we can make this work. We gotta go ahead and go back to where we were in the first place. Get our nice little rare candy from, actually, you don't have it. You have it, okay. There we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing that we did before. Just go ahead and give this thing a nice little rare candy, but we gotta hold down whenever we do it. Click A, hold down. Level 35. And no, our drizzles. Oh wait, never mind. The egg is evolving. My bad. I always find this to be so funny. And there we go. Drizzle is now gonna evolve into Inteleon, and it's gonna learn Snipe Shot. So like I said, potential level 1 Snipe Shot. But will it be shiny? That is the question. Let's figure this out together. Because here's the thing. If this turns shiny, we can get literal clones of shinies. I think that's kind of insane and kind of broken. I have a feeling that the shiny effects are going to be based on the egg itself, because the egg has its own shiny value. But who knows? This whole entire method's really, really, really weird. But in a case of if this doesn't work, if the shiny is based on the egg itself and not the Pokemon that you're using this with, this could be really cool for shiny hunting. Because I know myself, if I could brag about having a level 1 shiny Dragapult that I'm a student methoded on stream on my Twitch channel, that would be really, really sick. And I mean, let me know in the comment section below if you would like to see me shiny on in this type of method, if the shiny value isn't taken from the Pokemon itself, because I would find that to be so cool to go for like a shiny Dragapult on stream. So hey, if you guys ever want to join me on Twitch, go ahead, twitch.tv/GalacticElliot. Let's go ahead and see what this is going to turn into. Will this be a regular Inteleon, or will this be a shiny Inteleon? Let's figure this out. I'm actually kind of excited, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so it's regular. So yeah, the shininess value is taken from the egg. The eggs are always predetermined, so I guess the best way to shiny on, if you're gonna do something like this, if you want to get a final form in a, you know, egg for whatever reason, if you're as crazy as I am, you can go ahead and probably just reject one egg before each and every save and just kind of go from there, because they are predetermined. But that is pretty cool. Honestly, I'm kind of relieved that this is the case. I would hate to be able to kind of quote-unquote clone my shiny Pokemon like that. But yeah, let's check this out. Let's check out this level 1 Inteleon right over here. Nice and calm nature with Snipe Shot. That is so cool. I love that it can learn the moves also. Like, that's just really insane. At level 1, like, this is a really cool type of gimmick that you can use if you want to use fully evolved Pokemon in the beginning of some games. Like, if somebody can go ahead and do this and then trade it to you, and maybe it's just maybe this can work in an egg lock, who knows. But yeah, this is pretty insane. Either way though, that is how it works. Shiny Pokemon are based on the egg value and not the Pokemon value. As you can tell, this Drizzle is not, you know, this Drizzle shiny and the Inteleon is not shiny. With that being said though, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for watching. If this video did help you in any sort of way, or if you're, I guess, the muse, drop a like. Make sure you guys are subscribed if you're new as well. If you find any glitches that you want me to cover in the future, I love glitches. Just at me on Twitter at GalacticElliot. I use Twitter all the time, so if you guys have any sort of recommendations, let me know. I also use Twitch a ton, so if you want to come on my streams and talk to me, feel free to do that. Love you guys so much, though. I'll catch you guys next time, and peace out.